Good day, everyone. So we are down to the third and second to the last type of conic section, the ellipse. So, a historical fact: Johannes Kepler proved that the planets revolve around the sun in paths shaped as ellipses, having one of the foci at the sun itself. A planet is orbiting the sun. Its perihelion distance is its minimum distance from the sun, and the aphelion distance is its maximum distance. So long ago, people believed the planets traveled along a perfect circular paths. They also thought that the other planets like and the sun revolve around the earth. Of course, we know that these are all false. So we have now known the fact that the path that the planets revolve around the sun is elliptical. Okay, so let's move to the ellipse. So the definition of ellipse: it is a locus of all points in the plane, the sum of whose distance from the fixed points is a constant. Each of the fixed point two fixed points is called a focus of the ellipse. So from the center, so this is the focus. This is the focus 1, sub 1, and focus sub 2. So if you're going to add that, this segment plus this segment, it resulted to a certain constant. We will learn later what is that constant. So each of the two fixed points is called the focus of the ellipse, and together we refer them as foci. The center refers to the point in the middle of the ellipse. So just like a circle, our ellipse has its center, and it is presented by H and K. Okay, the foci, or the 2 points that dictate how fat or how skinny the ellipse is, they are always located on the major axis. So from the center, if the foci is farther from the center, it means that our ellipse is a skinny one. But if our focus or foci are closer to the C, let's say here, so it is a fat one. So each focus is C units away from the center. So from this segment up to this segment, that is C unit. And also from this segment to this segment, that's also C unit. So together from focus 1 to focus 2, that's 2C. So for any point on the ellipse, the sum of its distances from the foci is 2A. So from point on the ellipse to F1, you will add that to P to F2. This one, so P F sub 1 plus P to F sub 2 is equal to 2A. You will learn later what is this 2A. Okay, so next is the vertices. Here in the ellipse, we have, unlike with the parabola has only one vertex. In ellipse, we have two vertices. So these are the endpoints of the ellipse and collinear with the center here and the foci. So let's say the foci is somewhere here. This is the foci. So always remember that the vertices and foci and also the center are always collinear. Kauban na sila always sa ilahang linya. Collinear. So each vertex is A units away. So from the point on the center, from the center to vertex, that's A unit. So E units away from the center. Also, there is a right side from the center to the vertex 2. That's also A. So together, from vertex 1 to vertex 2, that's 2A. So the segment from vertex 1 to vertex 2 is 2A. It is in the major axis. So this is actually the length of 2A is the length from the vertex 1 to vertex 2. If you remember, the point of an ellipse to focus 1, point on the ellipse to focus of 2 is equal to 2A. And we refer that as also the length of the endpoints from vertex 1 to vertex 2. The major axis. So the major axis is a line that runs through the center of the ellipse the long way. So the endpoints of the major axis are the vertices, and also along with the major axis is the center and the foci. So kung saan taas nga segment, that's the major axis, and they are together with the vertices and the foci. So here are the vertices. Next is the minor axis. So the minor axis is a line perpendicular to the major axis and runs through the center the short way. So may muna siya cross. So from here to here, this is the minor axis. So here at the minor axis, we have the endpoints we called co-vertices. If we have vertices at the major axis, the co-vertices is the endpoints on the minor axis. So that's W sub 1 and W sub 2, since ang CK for the center naman, so we refer it as W sub 1 and W sub 2. So the co-vertex is B units away from the center. So from the center to the vertex, this one, they are all B. So from center to vertex 2, that's B. Center to co-vertex 1 is also B. So together, that's 2B. The length from co-vertex 1 to co-vertex 2 is 2B. And that's along with the minor axis.